What's up, everybody? We're here to talk about the PWI 500 list. I'm here
Hmm.
with my boy Adrian. We're going to talk about who is number one and do they deserve it? Do they deserve to be number one? We're going to talk about a couple of the names that we're going to see here. Adrian, let's talk about number one first.
Yes.
Cody Rhodes. Does he deserve
Mm.
number one?
I think he does, man. I really do think he does deserve number one. I mean, we've been watching this story for 2 years, bro. And although Cody Rhodes gets a lot of hate, he's the champ. He's a man. He has the most prestigious titles in professional wrestling today. I think he deserves it, bro.
I think so too. I mean, he's involved in the because this PWI list, it's based off wins and losses, kayfabe stuff, championships
Hmm.
won, and quality of storyline, quality of opponents too. So Cody Rhodes, he deserves number one. He knocked off Roman Reigns.
Hmm.
He did lose to The Rock, and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania as well, but he still came on top on the best storyline during this period, right?
Yep.
And a close second, we have Swerve Strickland, Adrian.
Oof. I think I think that place is right for Swerve Strickland. I mean, he became world champion. Not a lot of people believed in him. Not even Triple H. Tony Khan took a gamble, believed in him, gave him the world title, and I think he deserves it, man. Sir Strickland has been the workhorse for AEW. Um, I know a lot of fans were complaining that he was wrestling too much as a world champion. Hey, number two.
Yeah, got number two in the PWI list. Let's to piggyback off of what you're saying. He won the world title. He won a lot of matches. He won a lot of feuds. Even with Hangman Page, I guess it helps him because he won pretty much all those matches, and one of them was a
Hmm.
draw. So if he was like having like a back and forth feud, winning, losing, then maybe that would affect this quite a bit. But
Yeah.
even though the Swerve's feud was so good, so I can understand why he's placed this high. But amongst the top 10, we're just going to go over top 10 briefly here because um, I mean there's so many. There's 500 names. We can't talk about them all. But let's start off rounding down the list. Number three, Will Ospreay. I mean, yeah, well deserved. I could see that he
Yeah.
was he wins a lot. Those AEW titles that he did win. I mean, you could be debatable if they are worth anything really, but he was IWGP champion, right?
Yep. He was. He was.
There's that. Seth freaking Rollins, of course, he had some great feuds, was part of the Bloodline storyline to the end as well.
Hmm.
Tetsuya Naito as number five. Damian Priest as number six, Adrian.
Six.
I'm surprised.
I'm surprised. I am surprised. The the Judgment Day helped out a lot. Personal opinion, I don't think Damian Priest should be in the top 10. Maybe top 20. Maybe in the top 20. Top 10 is a little too much, but he did win a world title. I'll give
Yeah.
him that. He won a world
He,
title. So,
that's the only thing I could think that would have him deserve to be here, just the fact that he did win the World Heavyweight Championship on Raw.
mhm.
Um, he's listed above MJF, I'm assuming because MJF technically lost the title um, as well.
Yeah.
He was kind of on the downswing, but he got number seven. John Moxley, number eight, despite not being on TV for quite a bit. Gunther, number nine. And
Mm,
this is the name that surprises me is Mystical
yes.
as number 10. Do you think he deserves to be in the top 10?
Ooh. Um, as a luchador fan, as a high flying fan, I personally don't think so. Um, but I mean, I don't really see MLL. I don't really follow Mystical's career like that. Personally, I wouldn't put him in the top 30 in my list. But I mean, if he's working, CMLL, indie dates, all of the above, like I said, I mean, there's a lot of wrestling to watch. We can't watch everything. Um, Personally, Gunther, 9, should be in the top 5, in my opinion. Switch him out with Tetsuya Naito. Gunther has been phenomenal in his career in WWE. Um,
Yeah.
but I'm assuming maybe those house shows losses probably affected his ranking, maybe. But
I mean, he did
Mystical.
lose the Intercontinental title to Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. That was, I guess, losing a big feud. So I guess I could see why he was
Yeah,
knocked down a bit. But Mystico, I mean, I don't think he deserves to be in here. I mean, I don't care how much people like CMLL,
yeah, yeah.
and I mean, I don't think he's the champion over there, right? I mean,
No, he is not.
exactly. There's a couple people that I would put above this. He
Yeah,
wins a lot, but do those wins mean a lot in the grand scheme of things? I guess PWI apparently thinks so. Yeah. So there's another name I want to talk about here. What, Adrian?
oh
What they
no, no,
do?
they do.
Apparently,
Yeah,
beating some guys I've never heard about, the Luchadors.
to the 1, 2, 3.
Luchadors means something. I mean, if Psycho Clown was on here, I mean, I know Psycho Clown. I didn't see him on the list. Did you see him on the list?
I did not know. I've even broken down to the Mexicans who made it on the list, and I do not see Psycho Clown here at all. That's a little. Hold on, let me see. Let me go down. Pentagon Junior, Tejano Junior, Pagano.
Yeah, let me see. The ones I counted, right?
They
I could
don't.
be wrong. Místico, Hijo de Vikingo, Máscara
Oh,
Dorada, Rey
two thirty
Mysterio,
seven.
Atlantis. 237.
237. 237.
I think
Above.
I can see that they have a bias towards maybe CMLL guys as opposed to AAA guys.
That is true. That
I
is
can see
true.
that.
Hijo de Vikingos 19. I mean, he's been out for.
But he also did a lot of stuff in AEW. That's why he's so
True.
up there. I feel
True,
I
true.
just going based off of this list. I could see that AAA is not as listed as high on there.
You trying to say that Tony Khan and Meltzer
Well, this
have
isn't
a
Meltzer's list, but yeah, I'm calling it out, bro.
calling it out? You said Tony Khan slipped him a Benjamin and was like, "Hey, just put some of my people over in this list, please."
Exactly. But yeah, so number 37, Logan Paul, he's up there
Yeah.
despite losing a couple times.
How many matches did he have though? That's the thing. Um, and this is where PWI can come in handy because if it's wins and losses in kayfabe and feuds, going by those
Yeah.
standards, probably put him in the high 70s, 60s for me.
I mean, he deserves to be there. He's a good wrestler. I mean, granted, people are saying that he has to train for months to rehearse a match, but those matches are good. I don't think I've ever seen him have a bad match.
Nope, I have
Even
not
when he
either.
lost the title, was a good match to LA Knight.
Hmm.
This man, I mean, I could see that. We could see that. 37, Logan Paul. Let's see further down the list. We got 51, Joe Hendry. I
51.
believe in Joe
Joe
Hendry.
Hendry.
He's up there. He
Yes, he
just
is.
shy of the top 50.
Yep.
But we can see Joe Hendry at Barrio Toys at 100 Atkinson Street. He will be there meeting and greeting
Agreed.
people in the month of October. October 19th, he'll be there in Barrio Toys meeting and greeting people. So I'll post the link somewhere here. I'll post the flyer somewhere here.
Yeah. Remember,
Anyone
saw
else you want to talk about, Adrian?
I mean, you have LA Knight in number 27, man. I mean, LA Knight has been one of the hottest stars in WWE recently. 27, I mean, it's a little too high for him, in my opinion. I would possibly put him like in the top 15, probably. He's over as hell. He's winning matches. Um, you also have, let me see,
I will say
Heyman.
this. He was losing some. So we think about recent history. You got to think about the whole year. He was losing quite a bit of matches up until
Mhm.
this
You're right.
run in. So I mean that kind of helped, knocks him down a bit as well.
Yeah, that is true. I am seeing a few people who are way way too low on the list in my opinion. Like you have Finn Balor, but again, and also I think that's
The,
because of the losses of the Jotman Day, and they
the
lose
Judgment Day, yep.
regularly.
Just heels are in general going to be a little bit lower in this, I think, because they lose quite frequently. Like
Yeah.
Dom is 69.
Oh,
Granted, he very rarely wins. and
Yeah.
he's still listed this high. So there's that. I mean, Hook is on here. Hook is number 83. I
Hmm.
think that's generous. I mean, but I mean, he does get a lot of wins when he's on
Yeah.
there. But it is what it is. This is why it's all kayfabe based, right? If this was based on pure facts of wrestling skill, I mean, maybe the whole thing would be flipped around.
You know who surprised me on this list? Number 24, Orange Cassidy. When's the last time we saw Orange Cassidy lose a match?
This last pay per view,
Well,
he took.
before that.
But I mean, I guess yeah, recently he's
But he
he's been
hasn't.
up and down.
Yeah, but he hasn't had any top feuds. Okay, all right. See, I see. This is getting kind of hard because you look at some names, you're like, oh, I think they should be a little higher, a little lower. But then you bring the storylines. How many matches has he won or lost?
Hmm.
And yeah, once you add all that up, yeah, the numbers make sense. You have Trick Williams at 28, up and comer as well.
Hmm.
He's still in developmental down with Joe Hendry and
NXT.
them. Yep, I could potentially see him in the top 10 by next year.
I mean, it all depends if he gets called up. Brian Danielson is a number 14. Um, Blue Kane made his is there as number 500. Mister Irrelevant, Blue Kane. He's listed here as memes, but
Memes.
Blue Kane, man. I guess he won the most important feud, right? I think he ended up beating the Indie Taker Matt
Yes,
Cardona.
he did. Seven, no, what was it? 8 years in the making, kind of.
Oh
That's what
yeah,
they did the match.
yeah, 8 years in the making. So he ends up making the list. Blue Kane. Um,
You know, the
any other last names you could think of?
one name that I do see that catches my eye is the smallest professional wrestler of all time, Microman from AAA. Is 396. He's a little guy. He's like this big, bro. Not that big. Like this big, bro. Where's my hand? Where's my hand? Like this big.
Oh my god.
I mean, he's doing his thing, bro. We seen him down in GCW, indie shows, Triple Mania. He's a pretty cool dude, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm a little disappointed that our boy Psycho Clowns is way up on the list. I mean, hey, what can you do, right?
Yeah, what can you do? Except get triggered. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, all the good stuff. Let us know what you guys think in the comments, and see if any name got completely just thrown down the list, or somebody's a little bit listed a bit too high. So let us know what you think. Thanks for watching. Stay triggered.
And make sure to tune into our show every Wednesday immediately following Dynamite.